The FNM is going through a period of renewal and change, something that's essential for all organizations and institutions if they are to remain relevant and to best serve their higher purposes. We come out of a tradition of consensus building under a big tent, which has made us the change agents that we are. It is not a coincidence that every initiative to bring the Bahamas forward as a modern, efficient, and transparent democracy of the past 2 decades has emanated from our party, the Free National Movement. And so, in the tradition of being change agents, I announce, firstly, that 1/4, 25% of the FNM members of the House of Assembly will not seek re-election in the coming 2012 general elections. I have spoken to you earlier this evening on the decision by my deputy, Brent Simonet, to retire from frontline politics following this year's general election. I want to, on this occasion, thank and recognize and express deep appreciation to 2 other members of my cabinet and the 3 other FNM members of Parliament who will not contest this year's general election. Earl DeVoe, Member of Parliament for Marathon, and Minister for the Environment. Larry Cartwright, Member of Parliament for Long Island and Ragged Island. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources. Ken Russell, Member of Parliament for High Rock. Wayne A. Grant, Member of Parliament 8 Mile Rock. And Kendall Wright, Member of Parliament for Clifton. Each of those persons is a true and faithful FNM. Each has given generously in the service of our party and our nation. Each has demonstrated excellent character and is leaving frontline politics with reputations intact as honest, dependable, and committed servants of the people. On my own behalf, and on behalf of our party, on behalf and to their constituents, indeed the people of the Bahamas, I express thanks and appreciation. I want especially to thank the spouses, the children, and the families of these parliamentarians for their support during the years of service of their spouses, fathers, and mothers in national service. I know well that their service would not have been possible were not for the support their spouses and families provided to them, sometimes quietly in the background and sometimes actively and energetically in the trenches. I thank you, therefore, B.J. DeVoe. I thank you, Teresa Cartwright. I thank you, Georgiana Russell. I thank you, Howard. And I thank you, and thanks is extended to the Wright family, those long-standing movers and shakers in the Free National Movement. Your contributions and sacrifice will not be forgotten. I also neglected to say that Mr. Alvin Smith, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, and our MP for North Eleuthera will not be seeking re-election also. I want to thank the good people of each of the constituencies who elected our standard bearers as their representatives to Parliament, the true and dedicated people of North Eleuthera, Marathon, Long Island, Ragged Island, High Rock, 8 Mile Rock, and Clifton. It is only with your support that we have been able to become the government of our country and deliver accountable and trustworthy government. Thank you very much. I want to recall this evening how I have never forgotten myself, and I've always been conscious of, who made way for me to move to the forefront in my political career, beginning when I was 29 years of age. I want to say today how special it is that 6 sitting members of Parliament, 25 our elected members, are making way for new talent to offer for national service. Also, 25% of my cabinet is similarly stepping aside and making way. These are true political trailblazers, and we must recognize them for what they are. Those who come after you, gentlemen and ladies, Indeed, those of your colleagues who remain this year will all benefit from the lesson in democracy which you provide this year. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited by the number of qualified and suitable individuals who sought nomination to represent the Free National Movement in the 2012 general election. The relative talent among those seeking nomination has made our selection process difficult, very difficult indeed. Indeed, it is important that those who were not successful in their bid to contest this year's election on the FNM ticket know that their non-selection says nothing about their fitness to serve, their qualification, or their ability to represent our party on the national level. In the end, choices had to be made. There are only so many constituencies. There are only so many vacancies. We in the party executive believe that we have chosen the best slate of candidates to contest the 2012 general elections, to win re-election to office, and to equip us to continue to provide honest, accountable, and transparent government for the people of the Bahamas. The FNM is a party committed to democracy. The FNM is a party unafraid of change. We've held extensive discussions and consultations with people, most especially so with the Constituency Association executives, with respect to the selection of candidates. We gave great weight to the preferred candidate associations and very markedly of the executives of those associations. In 2 constituencies, where the party did not select the preferred candidate of a constituency, the candidate selected by the party was found to be wholly acceptable by the association, and so, notwithstanding their personal preferences, the constituency associations readily endorsed the party's selected candidate. I thank all involved for the maturity displayed and their loyalty and support. I also wish to note that there are 6 present members of Parliament who will be seeking re-election in new constituencies. These include Desmond Bannister, who is now the MP for Carmichael, will be returning and seeking re-election from the constituency of North Andros and the Berries. Desmond is the son of Andros, and he's seeking to represent his home island in Parliament. I might also say that there are 5 members of my cabinet who are either from Andros or have Andros connections. And then I asked them, I said, I want one of you to go and take that seat that Vincent Peete is occupying. And that Desmond Bannister volunteered to go back home to bring the seat back to the FNM. And I thank him very much for doing so. Secondly, Fenton Nemore, the MP for South Beach, will also return to his ancestral home and seek election representing Exuma and Ragged Island, and taking that seat away from the PLP. And Loretta Butler-Turner is moving from Montague to the island of her maternal ancestry and childhood home of Long Island. And Sidney Colley, a born Maregwanan, who's the MP for Blue Hills, moves to Baikal, where he has strong ancestral roots, and the constituency where his wife on her maternal side has strong roots in Crooked Island. And Kenyatta Gibson, MP for Kennedy, a constituency which was abolished on the recommendation of the Boundaries Commission, will seek re-election from Southern Shores. It is my pleasure, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, to present to you the Free National Movement slate of candidates in the forthcoming general election. I note for public information that the 5 candidates for Grand Bahama and Bimini will be introduced to the public live on television and radio on Sunday coming at the Alukaya Grand Resort in Freeport, Grand Bahama at 5 p.m. We've booked time from 5 to 7, so tune in and watch. And the following Sunday, we'll introduce our national slate, including all of New Providence and all the Family Islands, in the forthcoming general election here in Nassau and broadcast that too live. I say to all FNMs and FNM supporters, color red is coming. Begin to wear red colors or something red at every opportunity you get. Whether you go into the food store, whether you're driving the car, put something on red. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'll be happy to answer questions from the press.